Did you know? The night Los Angeles fired at nothing. It was February 1942, and the United States was still reeling from the shock of the attack on Pearl Harbor. The war had arrived suddenly, violently, and without warning. Along the West Coast, fear settled into everyday life. People whispered about invasion. Newspapers warned of enemy aircraft. Blackout drills became routine, and cities prepared for attacks that could come at any moment. Los Angeles was no exception. Then, in the early hours of February 24th, the tension snapped. Radar operators picked up what seemed to be an unidentified object approaching the coast. It was unclear, uncertain, but in a time like this, uncertainty was enough. Alerts were raised. Sirens began to wail across the city, pulling people from their sleep. Lights went out. The city plunged into darkness as part of the blackout protocol. Streetlights vanished. Windows were covered. Los Angeles, usually glowing and alive, became a shadow of itself. Then the searchlights came on. Beams of white light cut across the sky, sweeping back and forth, searching for movement. Residents stepped outside, staring upward, trying to make sense of what was happening. Some claimed they could see something, an object hovering, moving slowly, caught in the intersecting beams. Others saw nothing at all. And then, without hesitation, the guns opened fire. Anti-aircraft batteries began launching shells into the night. Explosions lit up the sky as over 1,000 rounds were fired. The sound was deafening, booms echoing across the city, shaking buildings, rattling windows. For hours, Los Angeles was under attack, or at least, it believed it was. Shells burst high above, leaving smoke and flashes in the darkness. The searchlights followed something, or perhaps nothing, tracking movement that remained unclear even to those aiming the guns. People watched in fear, confusion, and disbelief. Was it a Japanese air raid? A secret weapon? Something else entirely? The military gave no immediate answers. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, it stopped. The guns fell silent. The searchlights dimmed. The sky returned to darkness. By morning, the threat had vanished. There was no wreckage, no downed aircraft, no confirmed enemy presence. The only evidence left behind was the damage caused by falling shrapnel, broken buildings, shattered windows, and a shaken population. Officials scrambled to explain what had happened. Some reports claimed it was a false alarm triggered by weather balloons or stray objects. Others suggested it may have been a misidentified aircraft. But no single explanation fully satisfied the scale of the response. How could an entire city, armed and alert, fire over 1,400 rounds at a target that left no trace? The incident became known as the Battle of Los Angeles. To this day, it remains one of the strangest moments of World War II on American soil. A night driven by fear, uncertainty, and the fog of war, when the line between real and imagined threats blurred completely. Some remember it as a simple mistake, a product of nerves stretched too thin. Others see it as something more mysterious. But one thing is certain. For a few hours in 1942, Los Angeles went to war with the sky, and whatever was, or wasn't, there,